the back.
Trotter's gone missing.
Yeah, he's gone down back.
That's an interesting ploy. I wonder how long, whether he's just going to start there and run through the middle, which they seem to do these days. Seems to be a tactic. They might have the one spare in the back half.
If you're looking at where they're traditionally lined up, Trotter's lined up at centre half back, and he's not quite the centre half back type.
Highly unlikely that he would stay there, and there's a bit of a mismatch there. I think they're trying to chop and change as Shorty Peters holds the ball aloft, and siren sounding here at Anakie, and we're underway with the ball in the air. Ruck went up high. Wilson, the better of the tap down, goes to ground. Player held without the football was Kane Hayes on ball for Anakie, and Anakie into the breeze, go towards centre half forward quite strongly, but picked up by Schulte, back to the middle of the ground, went for the torpedo, didn't quite get it. It's ball's back within the confines of the centre circle almost. Whistle on play, umpire will take control and put it in the air once again. Ball up, Ruckman there. Well, Hyben's got the better of that, good position, but again at ground level, Hayes for Anakie towards centre half forward. In front man couldn't take the mark for Anakie, but play on. There's good work there for, well, I haven't got a 99 in my book, I don't think, but I'll recheck that as we go for Anakie as the ball comes to ground. Handball a little bit too hot for Costello, and Inverleigh able to take the ball away. Good long kick to centre wing. Comfortable mark out there for Bremner. Quickly on with the footy to half forward, and looks like Hickleton playing up forward today, and that's an interesting move for the Anakie side. And there's a wonderful lead from Kenyon, a good goal kicker last week for Inverleigh, and he's taken a mark 30 metres out, fairly acute angle, and the opportunity for first score of the game to Inverleigh. And Grubby, how much would that mean to Inverleigh if they can get the first one?
Oh, look, that would mean a hell of a lot to them, because against the wind, a good start out here at Anakie, and it could really set them on their way for a great game of footy.
So about to come in now, Kenyon runs inboard, hooks it around the body. He's gone right across the face of goal. He has scored a behind. So that is the first score of the game. Behind to Inverleigh. No score yet to Anakie. Commonwealth Hotel first quarter scoreboard. 2 minutes gone.
Ball comes in now. Rickards gets the ball. Gary Rickards, that is. Only have to call one of them. He kicks the ball up towards centre wing. Intercepted, though, by Brad Nelson from Inverleigh. Ball goes to ground. Pick up. Good tackle on play. Umpire call says play on. Few fall on it. Ball comes free. Comes out there to Fulton. Fulton drives the ball forward for Anakie, half-forward flank. Priddle on the wing, on the half-forward flank, picks up the ball. Costello now leads in the race. It's a bit of a scrambly game, pushing it out towards the boundary as the players settle into it. Costello, though, picks it up. Thought there was a free kick off play. He centres the ball, but Inverleigh will take the mark in the centre half back position. Looking for options up the ground. Anakie covering pretty well. Chips inboard, looking for Hayes. Hayes leads in the race for the ball on the outside, being chased by Dean Muir. Hayes and Muir battling it out on the wing. Can't seem to come free. And we are gone again. Sluggett now. Sluggett comes out. He gets a ball across. Centres the ball in, looking for Berg, and Berg will take the mark in the centre of the ground.
So Berg now for Anakie, kicked in the man the mark. Good support there, Nelson. Ball for Inverleigh now. Running players, comes through towards centre half forward. Ball dropping short. Trotter at the back, but has good support. Finally the ball now, lovely pass looking for Kenyon once again. Overruns the footy on that occasion into the last line of defence, and Wilson only too happy to oblige with a rush behind.
To Purcell, was it?
Yep. Yes, Purcell.
And it will be Hybens and Wilson in the much anticipated clash, as we said earlier. Ball goes up. Wilson will come over the top and get the tap. Comes down off hands. Berg nearly roves the ball. Think it comes out to Sluggett. Sluggett gets the ball, handball out now, looking for Priddle, but it couldn't get to him. Hybens intercepts. He gets a handball away. Intercepted by Hayes for Anakie. He'll do a short chip kick out to the half-forward flank, and that will be marked out there by Rick Lazarick. That was Lazarick. Dean Muir, though, intercepts the ball for Inverleigh across the half-back line. He's going to drive the ball out looking for Hybens. Hybens should mark that. Can't get his hands to it, though. Ball comes to Hickleton leading up the ground. Gets a handball away now. This is Garrard leading in the race for the ball for Inverleigh. Picked up now off hands. Ball comes out to Sluggett. Sluggett will chip the ball in, looking for their Kyle Gillett for the Anakie side.
Actually, Andrew, we've been told 99 is Vickery for Anakie. Yeah, Vickery.
Okay, Vickery. Wilson for Anakie will take the ball from the half-back flank. He will kick up wide towards the wing in front of the club rooms. Short chip kick now from Inverleigh. The ball's really going hand to hand, not a number of contested possessions.
To suggest the weather conditions, Grubby, are causing this to be a bit scrappy at the moment?
Look, possibly, but also pre-game nerves. It's just the start of the game. I think they'll settle down and it'll be okay.
So the ball now, player thrown to the ground. That did not have the football at all, and he's not too well, I don't think, the Anakie boy. But that was one missed by the umpires. As the ball now chipped towards half forward. Berg takes the mark, decides to play on quickly. The player Kettle was the fellow who copped the thump at the ground. Now the ball at ground level. Priddle trying to get to it, can't make it. Kicked off the ground for Inverleigh by Ling. Follows it all the way. Anakie yet to score. Inverleigh need more. Grubby, do you think, with the win?
Yeah, you would have thought so. They would, but look, in the end, the win mightn't make that much difference today. We'll know that at half time, I think.
So the ball has been kicked out now to the outer wing side by the Inverleigh side. Ball comes out to Grozdanovsky. He should have misses a mark he should have taken. Can he clean up though? No, he can't. Ball comes off hands there. I think that might have been Reece Illig took the ball. He drives the ball in long, but will be intercepted by the Inverleigh player at the last line of defence. He will come out wide now looking for Alex Cations. He drops a mark. Chest mark he should have taken. Put under significant pressure. The umpire says play on. Probably should have given a free kick there. Inverleigh will leave out through Brett Ling at the back. His kick, bit scrubby out towards the back pocket. Inverleigh, though, are going to relieve out to the outer wing. It's going to be Sluggett there, though, for Anakie, who's going to lead in the race for the ball. If he can grab hold of this and drive it back into defence, it's going to go out of bounds.
For the ball, and it bounced back over his head,
So ball comes back into play. Hybens takes the ball out of the ruck, gives it to Trotter. Little short chip kick, I think, comes out the back there to Garrard. Garrard handballs off. He's going to drive a ball in. Oh, hits the post, Dean Muir. Thought Dean Muir was going in for Tom Parsons.
Have to kick them.
So 1-3 Inverleigh. Anakie yet to score. Common Phone Hotel first quarter scoreboard. Anakie really having some trouble here. Hayes kicked in the man, the mark that, excuse me, then got the ball back again. There's a whistle on play and advantage paid, which is to Anakie's advantage as Ladgrove goes towards half forward. But again, the forwards are just not functioning for Anakie at the moment, and the ball's come back to Trotter at half back far too easily for Anakie's concerns, I would think. Trotter goes towards the western wing. Oh, almost a great mark there for Ladgrove. Can't control it. At ground level, Garrard with a nice little handball to Grozdanovsky.
Oh, he was always going to get in. Goal!
I reckon that's a goal.
He has kicked
It's a goal anyway.
Unbelievable goal. Grozdanovsky.
That one went right through the middle and didn't hit the tree and bounce back.
Back in the centre of the ground, Hybens will get the tap down for Inverleigh, but Lazarick will do the roving. Ball gets scrubbed out. Vickery trying to get the ball out. He will tap the ball free now. Comes out to the Anakie player. They're going to go backwards now to Wilson. Wilson drives the ball forward, looking for Costello, and he will take the mark on a half-forward flank. A long way out.
New bloke. That might be the new bloke.
That is the new bloke.
I think.
That is Gamble. It is the new fella. So he's wearing a similar jumper, but it's come off hands. Oh, Priddle. Has he got a goal? He has.
Yes.
Luke Priddle.
This side, Grubby.
Yeah, that's 2-3-15 Inverleigh, wouldn't it be?
Yes.
Inverleigh, do I call Anakie?
To one goal. Yeah, to one goal straight now. The scoreboard is just putting it up now. They're a bit late.
My apologies.
So in the middle, neither ruckman get a clear tap down, but Inverleigh clear the ball from there. A good solid mark at half-back by Kettle for Anakie.
He looks all right, Eric.
He does. He looks really good. There's a ball overrun at half-forward for Anakie by Rickett, but Wilson on his own at half-back takes the mark, decides he can play on. He's done very well, actually. He's dominating the game. Wilson is the only player for Anakie showing anything as the ball now goes towards half-forward for Anakie. Ball swerved in the wind there. Priddle, the goal kicker, can't pick it up, but he comes back on it very quickly. Now it stacks on the ball, goes into the air once again. Hybens does well, took the ball from the contest. One kick to half-forward.
Kicks it to his mate.
But ruckman to ruckman, straight to Wilson. He chips the ball forward. Good movement there from Anakie, this time by Saliba, I think that is. Saliba now goes wide. Now they're starting to control it a bit better. There's Costello, has taken the mark back into the corridor. That's gone back to Saliba and plays quickly to
Gamble.
Gamble. I tell you what, this fellow maybe I think can play, Grubby.
Yeah, look, I was
Great
going to
mark.
say that after the last goal, but Andrew sort of buggered the scores up, so I had to have a chip at him. But look, he had a good physical presence in the first one, but that one was a genuine good mark in the pack.
Yes, so Stephen Gamble, first game for the club from Keilor East, comes in. It's man on the mark's 35 metres out. Will be a good kick. Puts it high in the air. I tell you what, it's got some distance and good shepherding in the goal square.
Beautiful
That's his first goal for the club. Stephen Gamble.
There, and that's how the trouble going in. But anyway, ball goes up. Hybens will get the tap down. Comes off hands there to Purcell. Purcell now running forward, looking for Gillett. The ball just streaming forward, knocked on again, but Anakie will intercept via Illig, that would be out there, and will run the ball to the outer side of the ground and out of bounds.
It is.
Yeah. Eagles wearing 23.
One of the under-18 boys.
He's an under-18 boy, yes, he is indeed. So the ball will come in. Comes off hands now. Hybens gets the ball. He can't get it away as it's smothered off the boot. Comes off hands. Oh, Anakie, the great defence, I should say, by the Anakie side, but in the way of Sluggett. Comes out now to Vickery. He chips off hands. Ladgrove's come through. He's going to pick the ball up. He goes wide out looking for Saliba. Saliba on a half-forward flank, drives forward, looking for Gamble. Gamble one out. Oh, can't take the mark. Comes off hands there now to Fulton. Fulton can't get it away, or can he? Yes, he can. Fulton can get it away, and that will be a goal to Jordan.
That kick behind the play is reading it very well and setting a lot of forward movements up. He's got the tap down again at the centre, too good for Hybens. Taken there by Gillett, he can't get away. Umpire has blown the whistle and will put the ball in the air, still in the centre. 16 minutes gone in this first quarter. This time Hybens with his body strength gets it down, but picked up there by Hayes for Anakie. Goes wide, Costello didn't get it, but follow-up was good. He's immediately tackled, however, but the ball spills forward for Anakie, and young Eyeball takes the ball toward the boundary, and he looks a likely colt, doesn't he? Tall, slim, and not afraid to go after the ball. So good to see some of the young kids coming into the senior sides. I think Inverleigh also have a couple of under-18s in the side today.
Well, it's great to see Anakie have got an under-18 side. It's terrific to see, actually.
Yes, really good. And the ball from the throw-in, it's come back through Hayes. On the left foot, the ball goes towards Fulton. Oh, strong mark in front. And the kicker of the last goal, Fulton, this time he's tried to go to the lead of Gamble. Well,
Can't play this bloke.
Took it too easy, I reckon. Straight through the hands. But I tell you what, Grubby, he was in position. He was away from his opponent. And probably should have taken that mark.
First
However,
game nerves, mate. First
might
game
be,
nerves. You
might
watch
be.
by about just before three-quarter time, he'll be taking them one-handed.
So the ball's out of bounds, 20 metres from the behind post at the northern end here at the Anakie Recreation Reserve. Goes toward the boundary. Costello picks it up, hooks it back towards full forward. Oh, mark taken by, is it Hybens there? He was about to go and thought, hang on, I've got the mark. So he rethought the situation, and now with the long kick towards centre wing, and there's a bit of wind advantage. That's a long kick from full back, but it's going to come back in from Kettle for Anakie, and it's a lovely pass and a lovely mark. 35 metres out from goal. That looks like Perchek,
Yeah,
I think.
Yelly Perchek.
So another one of the Interleague boys, and been very, very prominent the couple of games that I've seen Anakie this year. Perchek, 35 metres out, the man on the mark, into the breeze, but comes in. Low kick and through for a behind. So behind to Perchek. First behind to Anakie, 3-1-19. 2-3-15 Inverleigh.
Doesn't say it's alarming. We said it.
I'm making 100 every time. I'm making 100 every time I go out.
There we go, Fred. So we're back here at the Anakie Recreation Reserve. Got a few line problems out here today. Anakie pick up the ball by Ladgrove right in front of us. Hands off though, and that ball will come back to the Inverleigh player in Matthew Carr. He is a good probably 55, 60 metres out from goal. Looks for a lead. Small chip kick comes in. Oh, again, bad mark not taken there by Platt, that was. Ball's going to go out wide though as Anakie relieves the pressure. Leading in the race for the ball out there is Eibel. He gets the ball along the boundary line a bit further looking for Costello, but the ball will go out of bounds on the far side of the ground here at the Anakie Recreation and Reserve.
Platt just a little unnerved there, Grubby. First game and the opportunity to kick a goal. I think he had the goal in the mind before he took the mark.
Yeah, I also think the sun might have got in his eyes. He flinched a little bit. There's not much sun about, but I think it got in his eyes.
So it's just come out. The wind has dropped a little and the conditions perhaps a little more comfortable for the players. But we've got Stacks on the mill between wing and half forward, outer side of the ground here. Umpires moved in. Been going 20 and a half minutes. 3-2 Anakie, 2-3 Inverleigh. Anakie kicking against the breeze, but Inverleigh get the benefit through Muir on this occasion. Goes towards half forward. There's a player diving forward. Kenyon can't take the mark. For Anakie, it was Kettle, handball back to Wilson, and he's dominating play back there. Wilson, he's doing very, very well. Certainly kick behind the game, but his ability to control the football and kick at the position is excellent. This time it's Berg on centre wing for Anakie.
I'd like to see him sneak forward and see what they do with him.
Berg.
Big Wilson, he's
Yes.
playing behind the play.
Yeah.
Sneak forward now and again and take a couple of talent marks.
Yeah, very good point, because I think Hybens is tending to go into the back half as well.
At the other end, yeah, and he keeps kicking it to Wilson.
Yeah, so they're playing kick to kick between them. There's a great tackle there. The Anakie players, I think, have settled to the task. The ball falls free to Hybens, goes to Muir in the middle of the ground. He's changed direction of the game to a centre wing numbers, certainly with Inverleigh, but Anakie have done well. Slug it, picked it up well. Nice little handball back to Vickery. Vickery, a little chip pass. I'm not too sure who it was going to. It was pretty much all Inverleigh there as Trotter. Ooh, tried to kick it off the ground. Perchek. The umpire said that he was tripped. I don't think there was any trip involved. He missed the kicking in danger, I would suspect. But the ball to Muir, still inside centre square, centre half forward for Inverleigh. Decent kick with the breeze here, could nearly put it in the goal square, I reckon. He can kick the footy, Muir, but he's looking for...
Bounce, gets a handball underneath. Oh, good interception there by, I think that might have been young Eibel again, was it? But the ball comes back out to Inverleigh, comes through to Hybens. Hybens at centre half forward, bongs long and misses. Probably could have taken plenty of time then, Hybens.
Might have been Lockie Perrott.
The ball has gone through for a minor score, 3-3-21. Anakie, 3.
So the ball now with Parsons to bring it back into play for Anakie. That's not a bad looking kick to the outer wing. Great mark from behind. That looked like Costello.
Yeah,
plays on quickly. Now over half forward, not well directed, straight into the arms there of Cations, and takes the safe mark centre half back. But that was good ball movement by Anakie. They're starting to settle into their job here as the ball goes wide.
That's a great
that
kick.
was a very nice kick. Looked like it was set for Kettle to intercept, but it was further than that.
Kicks like his cousin.
So the ball has come back and they're just controlling it. Gillett just backward of centre for Inverleigh. He's chipped it further forward and has found Hybens. And one ruckman's got to give here somewhere, Grubby, because they're both dominating and neither really get an advantage out of it. So Inverleigh maybe this time, because they've still got control, they're heading towards half-forward flank on the outer side. As the ball now comes in looking for Gillett. And I would have thought with the wind they might have been needing to use it to better advantage. However, they know there's young Platt. There's his first kick in senior footy, and it goes straight to an Anakie player. So that wasn't that well done. As Anakie now, that's a terrible kick off the boot, and it's going to... if you had a lead ball, is now out of bounds in front of our broadcast box. 24 and a half.
Fano throws the ball in the ruckman. Will contest. Wilson gets the ball down. Comes off hands. Perchek has the ball. He's under a bit of pressure though. Gets a little relieving handball to Vickery. He tries to get one to Kavanagh, but that is well intercepted there by Wilson and Hybens to do battle once more. Wilson over the top, gets a good tap down, comes off hands to Muir. He relieves the ball off to Perrott. Perrott chips inbound. He's looking for Schulte.
Dangerous.
Schulte, but it's been intercepted beautifully there by Fulton. Fulton drives the ball forward. Costello will lead in the race for the ball. He gives ourselves a bit of candy. Handballs over the top. Goes over the top now to Pittman. Pittman will run in and go to an open goal. And there's a goal to the Anakie side. Good work.
Scoreboard. Anakie starting to take some control here as the ball goes in the middle. Hybens tap down to Muir. Muir immediately tackle. However, ball spills clear. That wasn't a bad throw out. Inverleigh in possession, go towards half forward. Hickleton didn't attack the footy on that occasion. Kenyon did. Comes around on the, well, he's run a fair way. He's run a long.
Oh, he's gone.
Good gracious.
Somebody doesn't have a left foot.
Well, yeah, he just didn't know what to do in the finish, did he?
So Kenyon caught running too far and the ball turned over to Anakie. The kick is out to Berg. Berg, well, takes the player on and does well. He's had 3 bounces, goes past another tackle.
Did have another one
and
quick.
A lovely skimming
Look
kick.
at that.
That's terrific work to Kavanagh. And Kavanagh at centre half forward for Anakie. Goes forward looking for a gamble, but I'd say Ling might have been too good on that occasion as he's taken the mark in a one-on-one contest. Actually, it was against Pittman. And in fact, it wasn't even Ling. It was
Damien Kelly.
It was Kelly. So I'm getting them mixed up out there. There's a few players look a bit similar, and the wrong end of the ground anyway. There's a great mark, Kettle. That's got to be a mark. He hit the ball up in the air and caught it on the way down. Trotter perhaps fortunate not to get 50 there, Grubby.
Yeah, he possibly could have.
Goes forward, Kettle. The lead has come from Rickett. Can't take the mark, but he does well at ground level. Picks the handball up, goes to Wilson. Wilson hovering middle of the ground on this occasion. There's a great pick up by Costello. Handball not so good. Handball comes back to him. Costello off one step towards half forward. There's good work. Perchek again. Round the body. Will it roll? It just misses. Another behind. 3 behinds off the boot. Montafine Hotel first quarter scoreboard. Almost 28 minutes gone.
Hyben's got to be a bit careful there. He can't let Wilson drift down too far because then he'll start becoming really effective.
So Inverleigh will bring the ball back in, but there's a whistle on play. I think he has encroached over the 10-metre square. And there will be a ball up right in the mouth of the Anakie goal. So it's a bad mistake by the fullback down there. It wasn't Brett Ling. I think it might have been Alex Cations that did that.
Ah, no way. No,
Could be Cations do something like that.
Cations would never do anything like that. But
So
they've done the right.
I wouldn't expect the same thing to happen from an experienced fullback like Ling.
Is it Ling or is it still Cation?
No, that's definitely Ling in his long sleeve jumper down there. He's looking for an option now. He brings the ball out to the far side of the ground, right up to looking for Hybens.
Yeah, he got it.
Looking for Hybens, who was pushed out by Wilson. Wilson took the mark.
Nah, he was pushed out.
He
Not
wasn't
out in the world. Great decision.
Shorty Peters, right on the spot.
Right on the spot.
Right on the
Johnny
spot. So Hybens will take the mark, take the resulting kick, and that will go down looking for Lockie Hill on the outer side of the ground, but he won't be able to take that mark, and it will. There's a bit of that going on today. We'll blame the weather at this point, shall we, and see how the game goes on. So the ball restarts, comes off hands to Lazarick. He goes back to Wilson. Wilson goes to the centre half forward position. A knock on. Oh, beautiful knock on. Comes off hands to Kavanagh. Kavanagh goes for goal. Ball to race for the leading for the race for the ball is Cations v Pittman. Comes off hands. Pittman wrestles well. Whistle on play.
Over the shoulder.
Over the shoulder, and that ball will come to Cations. Oh, he's gone right out to the boundary line. He finds Ling. He's working right around the bumper bars of the car. In it comes now, looking for Saliba, but couldn't get there. Comes off hands. Great number of players leading in the race for the ball. Ladgrove comes up with it. No, it was Matthew Carr, for Inverleigh, comes off with it. He gets it out though, but intercepted there by Saliba. Saliba will drive forward, and he will find Rickard, I should say. Rickard comes forward and finds Lazarick. Round the back comes Sean McMurrick as the siren goes. 4-4-28. Anakie to Inverleigh 2-4-16 on the Commonafine Hotel scoreboard is the quarter time score, Eric.
Yes, it is the quarter time score. Goal kickers for the quarter for Anakie, 1 to Priddle, 1 to Pittman, 1 to Fulton and 1 to Gamble. And for Inverleigh,
they're going to have to go with the opposing ruckman, and that's what I'd like to see from a personal point of view. Yeah, I'd like to see Hybens and Big Wilson go man on man all around the ground and just see who the better man is on the day.
It is amusing though, isn't it, that the two coaches have obviously had the same thought. We'll go back. We'll drop you back behind.
Lingy, and he looks a likely type.
Yeah, he looks like he's very, very strong through the torso there, doesn't he? He's not extra tall, but looks very, very strong.
And by the way, those sort of guys are well suited to this, GDFL style of footy, aren't they?
Well, especially on a windy, blustery day when the ball doesn't come in that well, and sometimes you really have to use your body to be able to get yourself in the best position to take a mark. And he's done that on a couple of occasions already.
Yes, so in the middle, we're underway here in the second quarter as Wilson and Hybens. Wilson a clear tap down. They want to get a good start here, I think, Anakie, as the ball's in... back in the centre circle. There's a whistle on play. Free kick Inverleigh. It's gone to Nelson. And the fella that put his head down over the footy has been given the benefit by the umpire. Going very wide is Hybens. Now Wilson, I would think, need to start to take him in closer check as the ball goes to full forward. Or players push forward. The ball kicked off the ground. And once again, on that left foot, Kenyon... well, the ball's rushed through for first score of the quarter. It's gone to Inverleigh. They go to 2-5-17. They trail Anakie 4-4-28. Buckley's Entertainment Centre second quarter scoreboard. That was a pretty fair kick, landed in the middle of the ground from the kick out as Inverleigh tried desperately to bring it back. Hybens, perhaps he trying to weave his way through a pack. I don't think he's suited to that style of football. He gets pinged with the footy and it falls loose, but they fight back, Anakie. The ball comes by hand to Bremner. He kicks to the lead at half forward by Trotter. Good work, Trotter. Handball comes back to Gillett. Gillett now towards full forward. A big grab,
great mark.
I reckon is Hickleton without even look. 30 metres out directly in front. The breeze, Grubby. It'll be interesting to see if it has any influence on this kick.
It shouldn't this time, I wouldn't have thought.
That's a beautiful kick from Jack Hickleton, and I guess he's a great enough player to play.
Right onto that because Wilson's gone with him straight away.
So ball goes up in the middle. Wilson once again gets the tap down, but rove by the Inverleigh player into the back, though, I would have thought, or maybe a little bit high, and that ball is going to go to Brad Nelson once again. So the throw in, the ball up starts the same way. Nelson, little chip kick out wide, now driven long, looking forward, but Parsons will come out and take a strong mark for the Anakie side in the last line of defence. He gives a handball off to Kettle, I think that might have been. He goes out wide looking for Costello. It's in a 2-on-1 contest. Costello brings the ball to the ground. He might have hurt himself out there. I think Costello, Grubby, keep an eye on him. He hasn't got up. Comes off hands though to the Inverleigh player now. Leading in the race for the ball is Schulte. Schulte, he goes to ground. Did he get taken too high? No, Peter says play on. Costello still hasn't moved, grabbing the leg.
He's in awful pain, this boy. I can't get up. He tried to get up. He can't get up, the boy.
Shorty's called time off.
In the meantime, quarter time scores other games, Andrew.
I'll go quarter time scores other games. North Geelong 2-1, trailing.
There is some humour to be seen. It's interesting. Anakie players have come together. Very good for them. Inverleigh are sort of going into smaller groups. So, but certainly Costello it was. Nick Costello. He's coming off on the stretcher.
He's a good player too, Costello, though.
Play has resumed here at Anakie. Nick Costello taken off on a stretcher, but play is now underway again, and Inverleigh very strongly into attack once again. The ball kicks from the behind post. Northern end here at Anakie. 3-5 Inverleigh, trail Anakie 4-4, but we certainly have a contest here as we'll have another throw in. that's a better throw in. Players can go at it. Hyben's in front. He took the footy.
Well,
It's a free kick because he was tackled immediately. And Wilson, the ensuing free kick. To advantage. They go to the positive side of the ground. Anakie, they've brought it forward very quickly. Vickery takes the mark on centre wing. Called to play on because he went back sideways. Perchek in good position, reads it well. It doesn't hang on to it, but he follows up well. Threw the ball to ground. Umpire,
he dropped it. He never got a hand to it.
So good decision. Umpire Johnny on the spot there. The umpire, in fact, has been very good today, Grubby, I've got to say.
Absolutely terrific up to this point.
So the ball now back into the corridor. Gee, Inverleigh take a chance, don't they? But they've controlled the footy as Kilmartin takes it out wider. They've gone now to the defensive side of the oval here, and they've taken the ball towards half forward. Garrard tries to get hold of it, can't do. Ball comes back inboard to Purcell. Purcell, nice handball, drew the player, handball to advantage. Inverleigh now to the full forward position. Kenyon, he's pushed off the ball too easily. Sluggett, he's gone back into defence there. Gets the ball out looking for Vickery. It's very wide. Vickery's pace got him there. Handball to, well, hopefully advantage. And there's a good hip and shoulder. 3-5 Inverleigh. Trail Anakie 4-4.
Back into play, ball comes over the top and it will be taken by Gary Ricketts. He will drive the ball forward for Anakie, looking for Pittman. He can bring the ball to ground and he does do just that. Comes off hands, finds Priddle, I think that might have been. Berg in there, is it? No, it's Kettle, I think, could be in there trying to get the ball out. But it will come off hands. It will. So Hybens gets down. It's Pittman v Hybens. Hybens wins that one easily. Trotter will take the ball out of the contest. Goes backwards. Finds Grozdanovsky. Grozdanovsky. He gives the ball out now to Cations. Cations will go across the ground looking for his Anakie teammate there in, was it Hickleton? I think. No, it's driven it down now to Hickleton. Hickleton picks up the ball. He's at centre half forward, true. Chip kick in. He's looking for Nelson, that might have been. Comes off hands, can't get to it. Platt leading in the race for the ball. Comes back now to Hickleton again. He's in a bit of trouble, tries to get rid of the ball, goes in a wide arc. And again, a small chip kick in. He's looking there for Bremner. And Bremner takes the mark, runs on straight away, runs in towards an open goal. Should put it away. Umpire going. He's got left. He's got it. Goal in, which is quite odd. So the ball comes back in again. Whistle on play. And I think that's going to go to Jimmy Hybens. He will give the ball off to Trotter.
Perchek,
resulting free kick. Perchek was the infringer. Will go to Muir. Muir now in the centre of the ground. He drives the ball and steering past looking for Hickleton. Comes off hands. He can't take the mark. Garrard picks up the ball for Inverleigh. Drives it to the teeth of goal. Comes off hands. Really good mark to Carr. Anakie is through Sluggett defending grimly and will run the ball back for a rush behind through for a minor score. 4-5, 29 Inverleigh. Anakie 4-8-28, and that probably scoreboard is a little bit wrong, I think, is it?
I think the kids have missed a couple. 4-6 to 4-4 at the present moment, and Wilson accepted the kick in on half-back, goes to the centre of the ground, pinpoint kick, magnificent kick, 60 metres, taken by Hayes. Hayes now, well, that was as bad as the last one was good because it's come back to Bremner. He's run straight into trouble. Umpire says you've dropped the footy, pays advantage, as now Kavanagh for Anakie goes towards full forward. This is where they're falling down. They haven't had a touch-up here in this second quarter. Ling far too easily takes it across the face of goal, finds a teammate in Kilmartin. He goes on quickly towards centre wing. Out there on his own is Nelson. Can he pick the footy up? Handball over the top side. He's missed it. He got tackled. Dropped the footy. Free kick against him. Should have been the first one, Grubby. The handball, surely.
Always take the first instance, mate.
So Kettle now towards half forward. Perchek 1 against 4 there. Anakie numbers where the forwards are. I'm not too sure. As the ball taken there by Cations. Kicks it out wide for Inverleigh. And there's a lovely lead from Muir. Muir takes the mark. True centre wing. And they're controlling the game at the moment. Inverleigh playing very well into the bruise as Muir now kicks it low, skims it towards half forward. Not a good kick. Berg in the way and takes the mark at half back for Anakie. But they're just bombing it to half forward where the numbers are with certainly Inverleigh. And Perchek won out against much taller opposition as the ball comes now to... I wonder if it's anything to do with the fact that I hope it's not a public phone in there.
I don't know.
Because it kicks out.
Yeah. Just drop it. Should be back on air, I think.
So the ball now thrown in centre wing. No change to the score here at Anakie, but They come forward, Anakie, the handball into forward 50, but they can't. The defence of Inverleigh, brilliant in this second quarter, has taken away by Kilmartin again, and he's playing very, very well. Groskonowski, he takes the ball. Oh, he sold his teammate into a bit of bother, but recovered with Kelly, goes to Hybens, middle of the ground. And Hybens for Inverleigh has taken the mark, almost centre circle. Kicks it low towards the lead at half forward. Numbers there with Anakie, and it seems to be a battle of defences at the
Decision right, and that's the main thing.
And Kettle it was in fringe, and he now has got the free kick. Pittman goes wide, but kicker's not good enough. It's nowhere near where it should have been to, and Pittman now, he does well, dives on the footy. Umpire puts the ball in the air. Hybens and Pittman did the ruck work. The umpire's now what? I have no idea. He's pointing both ways.
Well,
the free kick is currently
going to go to Hybens, isn't it?
No, it's gone to Rickett.
He's taking it off him.
He wasn't even in the competition, I didn't think. However, let's not argue. The free kick is a shocker from Rickett. Goes towards half forward. Pittman. He's going half pace at the moment. Hybens ran away from him. Kicks it out wide, and there's a good defensive mark by Schulte. So Anakie are struggling up forward in this quarter, and I guess Costello carted off in a stretcher, Grubby, would have something to do with that.
Oh, most definitely. He's one of their most productive forwards, Eric.
So the ball now kicked by Berg into full forward for Anakie, but numbers again with Inverleigh, and the numbers went out because they cleared the ball out once again. They kicked it wide to the wing. In front was Nelson, takes the mark and plays on quickly.
Oh, down the ground,
a high tackle, and good call, Grubby, and the umpires agreed. The free kick has gone down the ground to Hill, and Inverleigh have control.
That's 50. Oh, he got away with it. Oh, might have been Trotter, might have been staging. He likes doing that, you know.
He's Academy Award man, Clayton. So Clayton Trotter has the ball, centre half forward position after that short chip kick. His kick isn't great either, but he's looking for Hickleton. Ball comes to ground. A lot of Anakie players back there. It's almost as if they've put one behind the play into the wind, which is a strange move. Rassley, Hickleton over the top. That's got to be a free kick, and it is indeed.
Well, that just makes it easy for them. I know the umpiring's been good, but that just makes it easy for him, doesn't it?
I tell you what, it didn't do...
Sean McMurrick much good, did it?
No, it did not. Knocked
the wind out of him. He's got up, but I think he's okay.
Well, if you can knock the wind out of him right down in your own forward line, it doesn't do too much harm.
I know. No, make it tough for them. Nothing wrong with that. And the ball will come off hands. That will be Ladgrove with the ball for Anakie. He's going to drive along, kick forward again. There was a lead on play there by Parsons, but it was a great mark to Pittman. Pittman takes a great mark. He's looked a little bit proppy and slow today, but that was like he was playing up at Galvin Park. Metres out from goal. With this wind behind his back. Comes in now. Jamie Pittman. Stagger's last step. Has he drawn it across the face? He's pretty happy with it. And I reckon Bertie Toolagers is pretty happy with it too.
Played an absolutely magnificent first half of the second quarter.
So back in the middle. Umpire Peters puts it up in the air. Hybens dominating now. I don't know what's happened to Wilson. Now there's a whistle.
What about that one, Shorty?
He's got that one wrong.
Yeah. Free kick went to Inverleigh.
That's interference. He's got that one right. So
Sluggett backing back into trouble there and infringed, and has the free kick at half-back for Anakie. Gee, a couple of these players not kicking the ball very well. Perhaps the ball's gone flat, Grubby. It doesn't augur well as the ball comes towards half-forward flank for Anakie, and it drifts around the corner, does a right-hand turn, goes over the boundary line. 18 minutes gone in this second quarter. 4:6:30 Inverleigh trail. Anakie 5:4:34 as the throw-in comes out. Lazarick picks it up off one step, goes towards Pittman. If it had been a cream cake, it would have splattered all over his face. Grubby should have taken that one as Inverleigh prepared to concede behind on that occasion. Gee, they're both sides doing that. I don't know. I was never keen to give a score away under any circumstances.
No, I tell you what, look, Pittman could have got himself two in a couple of minutes then and really got his confidence lifted. He should have marked that one.
5:35 Anakie, 4:6:30 Inverleigh. Buckley's Entertainment second quarter scoreboard, 19 minutes gone.
So Ling brings the ball back into play, and it goes out there to Schulte, who has the ball in the back pocket, far side of the ground here at the Anakie Reserve. He will do a possession game of footy and chip kick in to Muir. Only gained about 10 metres. It was probably just travelled the distance. Ball goes up to the outer wing side now. pack of players dive on the ball, and the umpire will ball the ball up.
The theory behind that play was good, but I reckon Hyben should have gone for the mark.
Because he's tall. Yeah, my word, that's exactly what should have happened.
So the ball comes up. Hybens again gets the tap down flying high, but the umpire will restart it again as a mass of players fall across the ball.
Spot on there again, and he reckons you're a Dill's no mug, I tell you.
Thanks very much.
Out of bounds it will go, so it's plays held up here a bit. Big pack of players around the ball, very open Anakie forward line. So Hybens against Wilson. So Wilson's come down from his back line jaunt. Comes over the back. Hybens nearly takes the ball out of the ruck again, which is a dangerous situation. Picked up by Saliba. Advantage, says the umpire on the free. Gamble can't get to the ball.
Yeah, he's going to bring it back.
He's going to bring it back. Said there was no advantage. So it's a little bit
No, I'm not sure he's going to do that. No,
wayward. He's given a free kick to Saliba, is it?
I think it was another free kick, because once the advantage is paid, that's it.
So Anakie drive the ball forward looking for Pittman, goes over the back, clears them all. Leading in the race for the ball will be Schulte, and he will take the ball, rush through.
A metre and a half under it.
He looks proppy, I reckon, and I reckon the other one who looks a bit proppy is Perchek.
Yeah, and I think the wind is playing havoc with the way the ball's flighted out there.
So Muir will bring the ball back into play and go right out to the outer wing. Out there is Perrott. Perrott gives it across to Hybens, who will then feed the ball on. Looking up forward but intercepted is Wilson.
He's off.
Play on now is the call. Comes in forward and it will find Saliba. Saliba takes the mark. He kicks round his body. Don't know what advantage that's for. Looking for Sluggett. Bounces off Sluggett's chest. Chip kick now forward by the Anakie player, and he was downed after the play. And that will be a free kick downfield to Perchek. So Perchek has the ball. 45 metres out from goal.
I think the kick that way means they want to come in from this side of the ground, Andrew, to get full use of the wind.
Very much so. Perchek goes with a tumbling finger breaker. As the ball comes down, Ling will relieve for the Anakie side. Kilmartin, he's tackled strongly by Ladgrove and will get the resultant free kick, Ladgrove. So Kilmartin took the ball, couldn't really get rid of it quickly.
I reckon he's a bit stiff. I reckon he handballed it, but he was on the blind side of the umpire, and they probably shouldn't guess him.
Well, I would say that's probably the worst decision I've seen in about 6 weeks, because he never had prior opportunity anyway.
So Ladgrove lines up and kicks truly. He will kick a goal for the Anakie side, and they will go to Eric.
I don't just want to come in from, and it's just presented to him on a plate, really.
So back in the middle. 22 and a half minutes gone. Not a lot of scoring in this quarter. Might not be a long quarter. Hybens again. He's done well. Gone on top of Wilson this quarter. But it was Kettle who finally got the clearance for the Anakie side. It's half forward, but the defensive Inverleigh absolutely working overtime. But gee, he does very well that time. Fulton gets the ball back towards half forward. Gamble not moving too well either. And there's a
ball up.
Ball up, is it?
See, I'll have to disagree with you there, Eric. I think it might be a longer quarter than you think, so as though there was a stretch.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that, of course. I'll pay that one. So the ball's tapped down. Anakie now trying to clear from that ball down. Nelson takes the ball to Trotter. Back to Trotter by hand. He's beaten two. A lovely skimming pass.
Beautiful kick.
Found a teammate in Bremner. Bremner now goes wide. I don't know whether that's the place to go. It's gone very, very wide. Out of bounds. Not on the full, but they probably gained 10 metres in length and went sideways. So it's out of bounds.
That makes the degree of difficulty getting the ball back in from that pocket a lot harder.
Well, that's probably dead set straight into the wind, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, bad kick.
So the ball now thrown in by the boundary umpire. The tap goes toward Muir. He can't control it, and it's off hands. Oh, no. What is happening?
There's a free kick here somewhere.
Maybe it was off his foot, because... Look, phone in
Yeah, we'll have to find out half time.
Yeah.
He's got it.
Trotter.
Go.
So back here at Anakie, we've just seen a vintage piece of Clayton Trotter roving, snapped the ball off the pack onto the left foot and has kicked the goal for Inverleigh to take them to 5-6. They only trail Anakie on 6-6 by 1 goal. But from the ball up in the middle, the ball very quickly towards half forward flank, in fact out of bounds there for the Anakie side. Kicking with the bruise, as we've mentioned in this second quarter. to the Geelong end, and the ball now will be brought back into play. A lot of Inverleigh players around the ball, and they get the ball forward. They can't pick it up, however. Stacks on the mill. What will the umpire do? He said, I'll have it. So at the 26-minute mark of this second quarter, the ball will be put in the air. Half-forward flank, a goal very important this late stage in the quarter for Anakie if they can get it. Ball comes to ground. Fierce tackling by players of both sides. Umpire said it's not coming out. And we'll have another ball up. Still just inside the 50-metre arc. Half-forward flank for Anakie on the outer side. Probably the wrong side to kick goals from, but both ruckmen, in fact, Hybens particularly, big belt on the footy, goes toward the boundary line, and they're able to defend it. But Inverleigh need to get it away from there in the dying minutes of this second quarter.
He's after Wilson's great start. I reckon Hybens has nearly caught him.
He's got him.
I think you're right. Yeah, good point. This time, having said that, Wilson head and shoulders above the back
like Superman,
and got the tap down. Went to Trotter tackle high. The ball does come out. Anakie, ball comes to second handball to Priddle to the goal square.
Use the body.
Great body work, and that's Stephen Gamble, the new player here for the Anakie side. Great knowledge of the skills of footy grub. He wasn't to use his body beautifully, took the chest mark on the 10-metre line, and the opportunity here to, I guess, get the much-needed goal late in this quarter for the Anakie side. Gone back a long way. Comes in, and goal umpire moves not too far, I wouldn't think. Come back right to the middle. That's goal number 2 for...
Taking up his position against him again now.
Very good point.
He's in the right spot, though. And once it hits the ground, he struggles a bit for pace.
Into the middle, ball goes up. No ruckman can do much about it, but Hybens will do his own roving. Whistle, no, it wasn't a whistle on play. Ricketts leads in the race for the ball. Coming off hands there, and it was Platt. Couldn't take the ball. Comes back in now to Platt, though. He goes round one, wheels around, little short chip kick looking for Hickleton. Is it out there in the far distance?
No, not Hickleton, I don't think.
I don't know, but I can smell a quick reply coming here, boys.
Be a good goal.
Be a good goal. He's a fair distance out.
I don't think it'll be from this kick, will it?
He'd probably be the best part of 40 out from goal into the wind, and I can't pick up who the player is.
Hickleton's in the goal square, I'll tell you that.
That's a shorter version of him now that I look at him. Comes in Inverleigh. Puts the ball on the way. Goal umpire doesn't move. Big Wilson gets back there. Goal umpire says it's a goal.
So approaching 30 minutes here in the second quarter. Up high, Wilson got the tap down. That's beautiful ruck work on that occasion. And very quickly the ball is inside 50 for the Anakie side. But again,
bad handball.
Defence went for a handball, and all of a sudden the Anakie forwards are putting enormous pressure on the Inverleigh defence, and Perchek picked up the loose footy. Check side from...
Back in the middle of the ground. Umpire Peters will ball the ball up. Wilson falls over at the moment, with allows Hubans to take the ball out of the ruck. Ball goes long, looking for Ricketts. He will take the mark at the half-back flank position. Gary Ricketts now. He will drive the ball long forward, looking for Ladgrove, and Ladgrove will take a strong mark, half-forward flank, outer side of the ground for the Anakie side.
A good player.
He goes back, sort of a little bit of a stage for a 50. The umpire is having nothing of it, so he drives the ball forward. He's looking for the Anakie player, but Schulte comes over the top for Inverleigh. He brings the ball to ground. Massive Inverleigh players there. They can't let another goal get through. Gamble falls onto the ball, comes off hands, chip over the top by Kavanagh. Throw beautifully.
I knew that was going to happen, you know that?
Between two Inverleigh.
It was.
Jordan Fulton, it might have been.
Fulton's kicked his second. So 9-6-60 Anakie.
The flipper.
6-6-42 Inverleigh, and they've snuck away in the last couple of minutes on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. Approaching 32 minutes.
Here they come.
The clearance this time is for Inverleigh, and it's off the boot of Bremner to full forward. Big pack of players there. Front of the pack was... hooked around the body. Who was that? That was almost the similar occasion.
They wanted to bounce like that too, didn't they?
They did, but the ball across the face of goal, and Anakie bring it away over the top, over the head of Kavanagh. He can't. He does do well. That's in the back surely. Free kick has got to go to Inverleigh. It does, and that was Nelson. Nelson to full forward. Kenyon hasn't looked like getting a touch at full forward.
It was a bad kick though.
Ball back in the middle. Grodzanovsky approaches. Oh, great tackle. Fierce tackle. Probably one of the best tacklers in this league, Rick Lazarick. And perhaps could have been rewarded then. But
No, I don't think so.
good umpiring.
Yeah, I reckon he hadn't even taken a step. So to me, that's no prior opportunity. Good decision.
So in the air goes the ball. Hybens again, taps it down, trying to crash his way through the pack. I couldn't pick him, but he couldn't do that because he was a brick wall in front of him, and doesn't go anywhere. Umpire will again take the footy as we approach now 33 minutes in this quarter. So much for a short quarter. As ball goes now towards full forward for Inverleigh. Bounce favours the Inverleigh side. Kenyon's like the Queen Mary trying to turn around there. Had no chance. And the result is that the siren has sounded actually. So there will not be any further play in this quarter. And at half time, the score reads Anakie 9 goals, 660. They lead Inverleigh 6-42. Goal kickers for the half. For Anakie, 2 to Pittman, 2 to Fulton, 2 to Gamble, and singles to Perchek, Priddle and Ladgrove. All singles for Inverleigh. Purcell, Hill, Trotter, Hicks.